looked at it and I was like, time
This
for bed.
took like an hour.
Time for bed. Time to go to
I
bed.
didn't do it.
Go
Okay.
to bed.
Anybody need number one?
Yes.
You know.
It was time.
Oh, you got stamped?
1, 2, 10.
Remind me to fix that, okay? All right, so let's do this. I need to get my smartboard. Okay, I'm glad this was a. Let's see how this one goes. Snapshot. Okay, can you guys watch me do it, and then I'll let you, and you guys can come back and watch it later. Just watch, because it's not really that. Let me see here.
Can you watch and let us
Okay,
know?
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not. It's easy to get lost in this, is what I'm saying. So that's why you gotta watch it, okay? And it's just time consuming. It's not really hard work, okay? So here we go. First, I gotta decide what I want to get rid of. Whether I want to get rid of the x's, the y's, or the z's first. Okay? And I'm gonna decide to get rid of x's. Thank you. So the way I'm going to group them, because this is the smallest x, I have to do the less amount of math. I'm going to use this one twice, okay? So I'm going to go 6x minus y plus z equals negative 29, and I'm going to pair it up with x minus 3y plus 2z is equal to 9. And then I'm going to take the second equation, 2x plus 2y minus 3z equals negative 32, and I'm going to pair it up with that one I said I was going to use twice. X minus 3y plus, excuse me, plus 2z is 9. So nothing fancy yet, right? Simple enough? Now, we said we were going to get rid of the x's, so let's do that. That means that the second equation on the red has to change. Let me use the same color here so I can keep it color coded. So this is going to get multiplied by how much? If I want the x's to go away, it's going to be a negative 6, right? So that gets me negative 6x plus 18y minus 12z is equal to negative 54. Correct? Yeah? Check my math, please. We're good? Okay. So now, I don't even care about that equation anymore because now it's this one, right? So let's add them up. 6x minus 6x, 0. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. If I've got 18y, take 1y away. That is 17y. Negative 12z plus 1z is going to give me negative 11z. And that's going to equal 83. Negative 83. Cool? Questions at this point? No? All right. Let's go to the other side. If I'm going to cancel the x's, I need to make this bottom equation negative 2 times smaller. So that's going to produce negative 2x plus 6y minus 4z is equal to negative 18. So I'm going to check my math there real quick. Yeah? Okay, so don't care about that equation anymore. So let's add them up. 2x minus 2x is 0. 2y plus 6y gives me 8y. Negative 3 and negative 4 is a negative 7. Z. And that's going to equal negative 50. Correct? I'll pause for a minute because some of you guys are writing. Let you guys catch up here. So, have I done anything very difficult yet? Not really.
It's just like,
It's just chipping away. It really is.
it's not hard. It's just
It's
like-
not hard. It's just little bit by little bit by little bit. It's time consuming. Okay? Because you got to be careful with your numbers. Otherwise, you mess one, even a little negative up, and it messes. The whole thing is crazy. Is that a patriot donut? Patriotic donut? Red, white, and blue. Oh, that's
Are
fine.
you? Are you
It looked like I could only see the red and blue from here.
There's no glue on it.
Okay. Okay, then never mind.
It's green.
Well, it looks like blue from here. My glasses are probably dirty. All right, can I continue? All right, cool. Here we go. You guys ready? Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take those two equations, and I'm going to make a new system. So those two, they're going to come over. They're going to make a new system. It's going to be 17y minus 11z is equal to negative 83. 8y minus 7z is equal to negative 50. So you see, I just put those together, make a new system. Now, which one do you want to get rid of this time? Z's? Okay, cool. So, now obviously this is going to be more work because it's not as simple as multiplying by one number or whatever, right? So I'm going to have to change both of them. That means that the LCD, that smallest number they both fit into, is going to be 77. So I'm going to get the top one to become a 77z and the bottom to become a negative 77z. Okay, that means changing both equations. What am I multiplying this one by? 7. So 7 times 17. Use my handy dandy calculator. Just because I don't want to risk any mistakes. This one's supposed to be a positive. So here in the red I've got 119y plus the 77z is equal to, oh wait a minute, that has to be negative, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I want that to be positive, it's going to have to be a negative, so that's a negative 119y plus the 77z, and that's going to be a positive 7 times 83, 581. Okay. What are we multiplying the bottom one by? Negative 11? Just yeah, positive 11, because I want that to be negative. So that's a little bit easier. This is going to be 88y. There's my negative 77. And that's going to give me, what is that, 550? Yeah? I'm going to double check that. Well, yeah, negative 550, but yeah. So negative 550. There it is. I want my z's to cancel, of course. And then I've got my 119 minus 88. So this is 31, negative 31y. And over there I've got equal to positive 31, correct? Yeah, real. And that always happens. It always happens. Well, I'm lying. It doesn't always happen. It happens about 80% of the time where you get some nice numbers, okay? Sometimes you get some things that just bleh. It makes you barf in your mouth a little bit.
Oh.
What's y?
-1.
Y is -1. So got 1 down, 2 to go. Now, it gets easier from here. That's the hardest part, to get the first one. Because now, all I have to do is go back to one of these two first equations I had. So I'm going to use the one in the green. This one right here. So that means I've got, let's see, I'll use another color so it pops. I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to plug in my -1 that I got from y. So that's going to give me a -8, correct? Minus 7z is equal to -50, correct? Add 8 to both sides. That's going to become 0, so -7. -7z is equal to a -42. And if I divide by -7, z is how much?
6.
Sweet. So there's y and z. Now I go all the way to the very top and use one of those two equations. I think I'm going to use the very first one up there. Just looks cleaner, huh? All right, so I'll use the green this time because there's no green up here. So 6 times x. What was y? So -1 plus z is -29. How much was z? 6. So obviously that's a positive one, correct? So this together is 7. So I'm going to subtract 7. Gone. 6x is equal to -36. So x is -6. So x equals -6. So solution, -6, comma, -1, comma 6. And there is the whole thing for you. Yes, it's a lot of work. I never said it wasn't. But is it hard work? No.
There's 2 consonants.
It's just a lot of work. And be very careful. Because if you try to blast through that, every time I'm trying to do that, I just mess them up. You got to take your time. Make sure that you got stuff in there carefully. Use your calculator if you're not sure. Otherwise, having to try to find your mistake is nearly impossible. It's just easier to start again than to try to find an answer. Or mistake, I mean. What's up? This one? Is it the same system?
Yeah.
Let me plug it in.
Say what's up. Or just kidding, there's one number that's wrong.
Okay, you scared me there. I'm like, nah, too much work.
Oh yeah, there's a car accident yesterday.
Here, I'll check it here. -6, -1. So we got -6, tab -1, tab 6. Don't, does anybody else get like irritated by that when it takes a while to tell you? Like, the suspense is killing me. All right. Now, yes, you need to know how to do that by hand. Once you have mastered it, you can use your calculator. I really am strongly urging you to make sure that you know how to do it by hand, because sometimes the numbers will not be nice. Like, you'll plug it into the calculator and you're going to get like irrational numbers at the end, and that means you just have to do it by hand. So let's do this one. Anybody need to do it with the calculator? Yeah? Okay, so I'm going to minimize this. Hold on. Because I want to see the system there. Okay? Okay, cool. So I just want to see that. So here's how you do it. My bad. I kicked the. Still charging, still cool. So I'm going to go into my matrices. That second matrix is here. I'm going to edit one because I want to put numbers in it. I'll edit the top one since it's already a 3x4. And my coefficients should read, and just going across, it's all the numbers in the front. So it should read 6. What was that? Kukui. -29. 2, 2, -3, -32. And then we got 1, -3, 2, 9. Okay, so I'm just gonna double check that all. Okay, la. I'm jumpy here already. 6, -1, 1, 29. 2, 2, -3, -32. Looks good, looks good. So I've got all my numbers in, Hudson. Now I'm gonna quit so that I'm on the home screen here. Let me put the big screen on so you can see what's going on now. So this is what the home screen looks like. It's just a blank page with the cursor. That's where you do all your math, okay? So we're going to do some math with the matrix. So I got to go into matrix, math, and I'm looking for, do you remember which function it is? REF. Not this one, because that one is, you still have to do some math with it. But if you go to REF.
What does just the REF look like?
I'll show you in a minute, okay? So let me put a matrix in here, and I want to do the A matrix. Okay. I just went into second matrix, and that's already the names. So you just pick the one you want here under names. Okay. Okay. Now REF. REF. In REF, there's still numbers up here. So these 3 zeros will still have values in it, which means you would only get Z. So then once you have Z, you plug it into this one, you get the Y, and you take Z and Y and you plug it into the top one, and you get all 3. So when I was in college, we had this, but we had to do REF, and then so it's a bunch of row swapping. I think you've seen it, Steve. We take the first one, you add it to the second one, multiply it by 2. No? Oh.
No, I know what you're talking about, but I don't recall that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You guys are lucky we're not doing the row operations. But there's only 2 things you can do. You can multiply, you can add. And what you have to do is try to get, you have to make it so that there becomes zeros at the bottom. So once you got that row echelon, then at least you got z equals,
Then you just.
and then you just went and substituted all the way back up, instead of having to keep row swapping, because it's not that nice. Now, I don't know if this might make it easier for you, Steve, since you already seen row swapping. In that matrix, you can actually do those row operations if you go to math. See, the row operations are right down here. Row swapping, add, multiply, multiply, and add. So it could do it for you if you already know what you want to do. That way you don't have to sit there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we were allowed to use those because we didn't have to sit there and do all the math, because that's what gets you. Like, I consider myself a good mathematician, but a very poor arithmetician. I think you guys have heard me say that, right?
Yeah.
Like my pluses, oh man. Pluses and my minuses and my times. Especially my 6 to 9. Or 6 and 8, 6 and 8. Because I can do 9s on my fingers now.
Now?
Yeah. Someone showed me a trick. It's like,
When?
oh, like 3-4 years ago.
I thought you were gonna say it was last year.
No. So I remember some of them. All right, cool. Are we good here? So let's go to the questions. So do you guys just want to go through as many of these as you can? Is that what we want to do?
It's easy with the calculator.
It is. It's really easy with the calculator. You guys need to see me do it again by hand? Is that what this is?
Do number 3.
Do number 3 by hand? Because we can always come back to 2. Corbin, come on! Alright. Okay. Let me, you trying to make me work, though. It's okay, Corbin, I got you. Here we go.
Did you have work yesterday?
Work.
I hate work.
Okay. So I already told you guys the trick to this, right? It's multiplied by the denominator. So if I look at the top equation, what am I going to multiply everything by? 12. Right? Did you ever see it? Not bad. I thought you were going to say, just kidding.
That looks like 17.
What?
That looks like 17.
I'm sorry. It just didn't go far enough. It kind of skipped.
Now you made him erase it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15x. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 4 is negative 16y. 4 goes into 12 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15z. And then that's going to be what? 96? Yeah? I don't know, I got my bag. Yes, 96? He's just staring at me. It's like creepy. All right, next one. What am I multiplying by this time? 16, right. So 16, 16, 16, 16. Well, this is nice because that's just 5x. 4 goes in there 4 times. So that's going to be a 20y. That's a horrible x. Minus 3z equals, what is that, 80? Negative 80?
Yeah.
Okay, last one, what am I multiplying by? Yeah, thank you. Good looking out. That would have been a horrible mess. Horrible. What am I multiplying by on the denominator here? 4. So 4. So that's gone. So that is a 3x. That's a 3x minus 4y plus 3z is 24. Okay. All right, cool. What do you guys want to get rid of? Actually, the less amount of work here would be z. And let me tell you why. Yeah, here they're already opposites. And then if I use the green one again, I just have to multiply 1 by 5 and not the other one. So the more you do, you'll see this. Okay? Even though I haven't seen these in years. But it's like a riding a bike, right? This is nothing like riding a bike. Sorry. You guys are crazy. 15x minus 16y plus 15z is 96. 5x plus 20y minus 3z is negative 80. We're getting lost here. And then we've got 5x plus 20y minus 3z is equal to negative 80. 3x minus 4y plus 3z is 24. So I just matched them up, and I used that middle one 2 times. Did I set it up right? Yeah? Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do the easy one because I need a little morale booster here. Gone. That's gonna give me 8x plus 16y is equal to 56. Negative 56. Yeah? Okay. Here, I'm going to multiply by 5. So that's 25x plus 100y minus 15z is equal to 400. Yeah?
Yeah.
Sí, señor. Sí, señor, muy amable. All right, cool. So, on. Add them up. I forgot to do that. Okay, so 40x plus what is it, 84? 84y is equal to negative 304. Check that. All right. So 40x plus 84y is negative 304. See how to watch. Remember I was telling you about that? If I start getting lower, it's going to get really crazy. All right, cool. This is an 8. Now what do we want to get rid of? 8 times 5, huh? Would give me the 40?
Yeah.
Let me. So negative 5. So that's going to give me negative 40x minus 80y is equal to, let's see here, that's 250 plus 80. No, yeah, 250 plus 30 is 280.
270.
Ah! Yeah?
Yeah.
270? Sad face. What? How did I get 280? Can you double check that?
No, did you put in 54? 56.
5 times
Oh,
50.
I wrote down the problem wrong. Sorry.
It's 280, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, man, I'm just losing it all now. I'm retiring now. I can't math no more. All right, cool. So we're done with this one. Let's combine them. 40x minus 40x is gone. That's what we want to happen. I'm going to get 4y here. And then on this side, I'm going to get 24. Negative 24. Which means y is... I got this. I got this one. Okay? All right, let's. I'm actually gonna bring this one back because the numbers were smaller there, and I'd rather work with the smaller numbers. Okay. So I'm gonna take this one right here, which was 8x plus 16 times -6 is equal to -56. 8x minus 60 and 30, 86 is equal to -56. 8x is equal to, whoa, is that going to be right? Someone double check that, is that correct? Huh? 96? Okay, I was like, man. Thank you. That didn't look right for some reason. So let me not skip steps. So add the 96. 8x is 40. So x is 5. So to the top. Now, you can use one of these fraction ones if you want. I wouldn't recommend it. Just use this one right here. The number seems to be smaller there. Right? I'm going to try to squeeze it in right here, this little spot. So, let's see. What was x? 5. Minus 4. What was y? Or did we have y? Yeah, we did. -6 plus 3z is equal to 24. So this is 15 and this is 24?
Yeah.
So what's 15 plus 24? 39? Okay, so take away 39 over here. You're going to get 3z is equal to -15, which means z is -5. Z is -5. Matt, whoa, what did I do? 100. There we go. Full page. Isn't that beautiful? Just want to frame that and hang it on my wall. Best 20 minutes of my life, Mom.
Feels like 30.
Nah, you know what? I remember when I first did my own by myself. It really was like one of the happier moments of my life. It's like, it just feels good to get the right answer. Because you guys know we're not done, right? Like, I didn't plug them back in, and I'm not trying to like overwhelm you here. Because you have to plug them back in and check. Oh! So that reminds me.
Ew.
Well, please don't let checking this be a burden. You have one of these.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Plug it in exactly the way it is. So if I want to check this, let's see here. Where was the
Wait,
other
can we
one?
use a calculator on the test? Or do you want us to like have word?
No, we can use a calculator.
Yeah, you guys got it.
No, I don't know.
Did you
because
just
this-
decide, Josh?
It'll take too long.
You know
But it's
I
because
tend
this,
to
and he
not
said he wanted
go with
it
what
in.
students say, right?
It'll take too long.
Yeah, they should be.
I was asking.
Yeah, you should.
No, you're allowed to.
Oh well, I didn't know because
Yeah,
you said you wanted us to use
I'm not that guy.
Okay.
If you can use a calculator to help you, I want you to. I want you to do math. I don't want you to be doing calculations all the time.
Okay.
Okay? I got it from you, Josh.
Never mind.
Okay? You guys want to throw this one in the calculator also, or
Go for it.
throw this one in the calculator? Cool. I'm gonna have to get rid of all this ink though,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
because I can't see what's under there. Let's see here. Where's delete? Bam. I should just use the eraser. Okay. Now, when you're doing the calculator, it's going to turn all your fractions into decimals for it. So don't mind it. It's not like ruining anything. That's not it. Let me minimize, get rid of that screen. All right, cool, here we go. So you're gonna go into, again, second matrix. I'm gonna make a new one this time. I'm gonna go to D. Oh, wait a minute. I have to edit D. Sorry. So go over to 4. What size matrix do I want? A 3 by 4. 3, enter. 4, enter. Okay, now 5 over 4. That's 5. Divide 4, enter. So see how it changes it for you? And then 4, divide 3, enter. Oh,
Negative.
thank you. 4, divide 3, enter.
It's a negative. We just said that.
You're like,
Negative 4, divide 3. Gotta make sure that's correct. 5, divide 4. 8. 5, divide 16.
5 over 4.
5, divide 4.
Negative 3 over 6.
Negative 3, divide 16.
Negative 5.
I love it. Like the whole system itself, like all fractions, the answers are all whole numbers.
3, 4.
3, divide 4. That's not divide at all. Divide 4. Negative 1?
Negative 1.
No. Negative 1. And 3, divide 4. Divide 4. And then 6. Woo! Okay, so that's the hard part. Let me screen back up. Okay, so there's my matrix. It's matrix D. Go back to the home screen. You're going to go to matrix, math, RREF. And I want to do RREF on matrix D, which is option 4. I'm just going to push 4 and enter. And there it is. 5, negative 6, negative 5. How many people already bought their calculators? Good. You need them so you can practice at home. If you ever have a chance, like if you're in the valley, stop by like at Savers or Goodwill. Sometimes they have them like dirt cheap. Yeah, I bought one for like $12. It was an old one, but I'm a calculator collector, so. But I see them there all the time. Well, not all the time. I'm going to take that back. I regularly though. Like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But sure, there. Probably. I wouldn't doubt that at all. That's not a bad idea.
Goodwill. What are you talking about? All these people put in the well, like there was something.
I even got a TI-91 for like $15. They don't make that one anymore. It looks like a Game Boy.
Oh, does it?
What's so different about like the?
Huh?
I got something close to that.
What do you have, the Voyager?
So it's a big one.
Yeah. Is it 91?
It's a 94, I want to say probably.
Wait a minute, I think mine's 94. I think I'm saying 91, it's not. Yeah, that's got a full QWERTY keyboard.
What?
Nice. They don't make that one anymore. Is it the gray one, the square one?
Yeah, it's like.
Are those like special or something or what?
No, they're not special. I mean, they do a lot. They do a lot. Those are CAS. So you can actually solve a system with those. And it'll give you answers. It probably has a solve feature in it. Yeah, that's good.
Which ones aren't you allowed to use in college?
Anything that's a CAS system.
They can't use
CAS, C-A-S. CAS stands for Computer Algebra System, which means it'll actually solve stuff for you. So, for example, TI-83s, 84s, you're good. None of them are CAS.
You could use that on the SAT too?
Yeah.
Wait, so what's it like? What do you mean it's soft?
You can solve the problem.
Yeah, like there's actually a feature in there where you can put like in, like if you wanted to solve a polynomial, there's solve polynomial feature in there. And you'll just take that, punch in your polynomial, hit enter, and it spits out everything you want. Yeah. It just vomits it. Okay? Are we good then? You guys just need time? All right, I'm gonna stop this.